This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
He's John Scalzi. I'm Don Brennan. Indeed. Thank you for joining us. What's so funny?
I just always find it funny when you introduce John before you introduce yourself. But it's nice.
He's a gentleman. There you go.
See?
There you go.
So.
Well, I tell you, there are some dangerous intersections in this town, though. This is going to be interesting to find out which ones rank up there. But I think some of the dangerous that I've ever lived near are right here in Sarasota and Bradenton. So it'll be interesting to see that. We have across our region, I think, some beautiful weather shaping up for you today. A little bit of fair weather cloudiness out there as the sun dawns. I think we'll start to see some of that cloudiness mix away, leaving us with a mostly sunny to partly sunny sky. Temperatures across the region are pleasant, in the mid-50s, a little warmer than they were yesterday. And I think as we head into the afternoon, we'll probably be able to add on about 20 degrees or more to that daytime high. So we'll top it out in the mid to upper 70s today under a very, very pretty sky. No rain in today's forecast. Complete forecast details coming up in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Things are starting to pick up on the roadways. You see State Road 64 headed westbound towards Anna Maria Island, a little bit more volume than there was, and 301 southbound as you approach State Road 70. And otherwise, no accidents or delays. The bridges coming from Palmetto into downtown Bradenton looking good. Sarasota, again, Fruitville Road headed towards 75 eastbound. Volume starting to pick up, and also westbound as you approach 41 on Fruitville. But otherwise, everything else, no issues at all on the Suncoast. And topping our news at this hour, the FBI is investigating unsubstantiated claims that President-elect Donald Trump was compromised by the Russians and that his aides were involved in the cyber attacks against Democrats.
Trump now taking to Twitter to respond to the allegations. ABC's Karen Travers has the details.
President Obama saying farewell, reflecting on his 8 years in the White House.
America is a better, stronger place than it was when we started.
And issuing a clear call to action.
I'm asking you to believe, not in my ability to bring about change, but in yours.
The president's final address coming amid explosive but unsubstantiated allegations that President-elect Donald Trump was personally compromised by the Russians during a 2013 trip to Moscow, and Trump aides were involved in organizing the Russian hack of the Democratic Party. Democratic political operatives delivering this information in a dossier to the FBI and later to numerous news organizations, including ABC News, before and after the election. Officials told ABC News the dossier provides no backup evidence, but the allegations were too explosive and salacious not to be investigated. Trump expressing his outrage on Twitter Tuesday night, writing, "Fake news, a total political witch hunt." The dossier was reportedly presented as part of the intelligence briefings to both President Obama and Trump last week. Some specific allegations prompting sharp denials.
The allegation that one of Trump's top lawyers met with the Russians in Prague in August. He told us, Michael Cohen told us, I've never been to Prague in my life.
FBI Director James Comey pressed by lawmakers Tuesday if he's investigating ties between Russian officials and Trump supporters.
Especially in a public forum, we never confirm or deny a pending investigation.
ABC News has not verified the claims in the dossier. They gained currency among intelligence and law enforcement officials as Donald Trump continued to defend Russia and praise Vladimir Putin. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
New this morning, an 83-year-old man is under arrest facing charges for a deadly shooting at his home in Parrish. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says Rebecca Rawson, her daughter, and her brother-in-law went to Eugene Matthews' home on Pritchard Road to pick up a dog. When her brother-in-law went up to the door, deputies say Matthews opened the door and began firing a handgun. One of the rounds went through the front windshield of the car where Rawson was sitting, hitting her. She was taken to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Matthews is charged with second-degree murder. We're learning more about another murder investigation underway in Manatee County as detectives are charging Crystal Diaz-Antunez with accessory after the fact in connection to a deadly shooting on December 26th. Detectives say she helped her husband, Carlos Valdivinos Aguirre, by lying to them after the murder. Valdivinos Aguirre is accused of shooting and killing 20-year-old Jose Armando Alonso Lopez at the El Paisano Bar on 15th Street East in Onico. Detectives are still searching for him. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call Manatee County Crime Stoppers.
A Sarasota couple is behind bars this morning accused of stealing almost $40,000 from a local church. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies arrested Nolan Towner and his wife Amanda. Deputies say the couple worked at Faith Baptist Church on Fruitville Road. Amanda was hired as the church's bookkeeper, and Nolan volunteered with audio and technical support. An investigation revealed Nolan used the pastor's credit card number to buy items on Amazon and also withdrew money to put in his personal account, while Amanda made monthly payments using church funds. Deputies say in total, the couple stole almost $40,000 over a 2-year period. The pastor of the church now says the couple did admit to the theft, and the church plans to work with them to resolve the issue.
They got caught up in something bigger than them, and they're looking to correct it and to get restored. But there are legal issues, and we want to make sure for the community's sake we go through the process.
The Towners are each charged with scheme to defraud, which is a felony. A 36-mile police chase through 2 counties ended in arrest of 4 suspects in Venice last night. This is video our viewers sent in while driving by the pursuit. According to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, deputies began following a stolen Honda Civic in the 4300 block of 14th Street West in Bradenton just before 5 o'clock yesterday. Now, after driving through several side streets, Manatee County units were told to stop pursuing the vehicle as it approached University Parkway on US 41. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office then continued that pursuit into Venice. The 3 female suspects and 1 male suspect ranging in age from 20 to 40 were all taken into custody, and charges are pending.
A local organization working to help victims of human trafficking being put in the spotlight. More to Life held a private screening last night of a documentary they're featured in called The Hero Effect. Sex trafficking survivors were among the standing room only crowd who watched the documentary at Cinebistro. Those who saw it say it's an opportunity to bring attention to the problem of human trafficking.
I think it's such an important issue because it's something that not everyone sees, but it's affecting people, and we need to increase awareness.
As people learn about it, they can address it, they can attack it, they can fix it, they can help it really get better.
The Hero Effect will be televised on the Oprah Winfrey Network on Saturday.
New this morning, a petty cyclist is in the hospital after hitting a sanitation truck in Sarasota. It happened on Palmer Boulevard near Pinyon Pine Circle. The Florida Highway Patrol says the truck was parked on the shoulder of the road with its emergency lights activated. That's when 64-year-old James Smith was riding west, and he failed to notice the truck and then ran into the back of it. He was brought to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with critical injuries and is being cited for failing to move over for a sanitation vehicle. Also new this morning, a new study shows the Sarasota-Bradenton Northport area is one of the most dangerous areas for pedestrians in the country. In the 2016 Dangerous by Design report, the group Smart Growth America found that the Suncoast ranks as the 10th most dangerous area for walking. Not surprised. The ranking is based on the number of people who walk to work and the most recent data on pedestrian deaths. Now, there's over 180 deaths in the area between 2005 and just last year. Most pedestrian deaths have been reported along US 41 in Bradenton. Cape Coral and Fort Myers ranks as the most dangerous areas for pedestrians in the nation. Certainly something to keep an eye out for when you're driving, walking, pedestrian, walking, anything.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, a lot more drivers in Florida than a lot of other places, so it could be dangerous as well.
And in season with the snowbirds here, so. All right, well, a popular ride program is also returning to Sarasota attraction area today.
The Surrey Ride program gives visitors the Legacy Trail a more welcoming and intimate experience. The service offers 4-wheeled, canopy-covered bicycle rides for up to 4 passengers. It's specially suited for those who may have difficulty using the trail otherwise. The ride service is free, but pre-registration is required. The Circus Arts Conservatory is combining entertainment and education.
The Sailor Circus Arena is hosting the Circus Science Machine. Circus performers are part of it, and they're providing connections between the machine's 4 main parts by being flipped, flown, and spun from one component to the next. Now it combines engineering, sculpture, and circus arts in the classroom.
We actually have a performance at school too. So we get together as a grade level. We have 5 classes and we get together as a grade level and set up our little machines. And it's really a great experience for the kids.
It was like a chain reaction, like when the dominoes hit, one domino would keep on going and then hit another ball and then it would keep on going until it's done.
How cool is that? Well, the machine will be at the Sailor Circus Arena until tomorrow.
Applied learning, definitely.
That is awesome. I've seen them perform their science demonstrations, and they're great.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the circus that I recently saw there, and it was just absolutely spectacular and amazing, the talent that they have.
You won't see anything like it. I mean, it's anywhere else. It's fantastic. The Big Apple Circus, maybe, but you got to go to New York, and you got to pay $1,000. Yeah, this is fantastic. This can't be beat. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We have some lovely weather, actually, which I love as well. And we'll talk about that forecast coming up in a few.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast as tax season approaches, or is already here. IRS already issuing a warning about a delay in refunds. We'll show you who will be affected and why coming up.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation, and everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts, and 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting loose salon.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 5th Annual Sarasota Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, January 14th and 15th on Main Street between Osprey and Orange Avenues in downtown Sarasota. Bring your love and appreciation of art to the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
It's time to go boating, but first, don't miss the 16th Annual Charlotte County Boat Show, January 12th to the 15th at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Show admission is free and on-site parking is only $5. January 12th to the 15th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for more information.
As a combat veteran, I support Goodwill because they help our veterans reintegrate back into the civilian workforce, and they create jobs in our community.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We're looking at very quiet, calm conditions across the Suncoast currently. Heading out the door, the temperature's mild as well, coming in at 56 degrees. The reason is dew points have risen just a little bit. It feels a little bit more humid, not uncomfortably so, but still feels different than the air 2 days ago. And that's because the dew point has risen 20 degrees in 2 days. We're at 53-degree dew point now, and most people would agree that dew points in the 50s feels pretty comfortable, actually. Even in the 40s feels pretty good. We have an east wind blowing at about 9. I think that easterly wind flow will continue on throughout the day. 54 degrees Myakka, Arcadia, and Wauchula at 55, 54 in Parrish, 54 in Bradenton, 56 in Sarasota, 55 Lakewood Ranch, warmer at Longboat Key at 58, and double 56s Venice and Inglewood. Northport also coming in at 55. The general flow of air out of the east is visible on the satellite imagery as well. This is a deep layer of easterly flow across the state, and it is transporting moisture from the Atlantic to our neck of the woods finally. It took a couple days to really get that moisture going, but finally we've got some cloud cover that's worked its way in. And as you head out the door, you'll notice that. Now, the clouds will erode away as we start to mix the atmosphere and daytime heating occurs. So I think we'll end up with plenty of sunshine around. We still have a big ridge of high pressure sitting over the deep south. And that's one of the key ingredients for those beautiful winter blue skies that we get here in Florida. So as it sits over us, even though we do have a little extra moisture in the air, even though the sky has a bit more of a milky appearance to it as opposed to a deep, deep blue, we're still going to be pretty much rain-free. The drier air is still in place, and even though dew points are in the 50s, it still feels comfortable. You need dew points getting up into the upper 60s to near 70 before it starts to feel really kind of sticky in the afternoon. So some nice weather headed your way. This high pressure ridge also has the effect of keeping these low pressure areas to our north. So no real frontal boundaries heading toward us, no blasts of cold air, no chances of any kind of storminess around in the near term. We have a chance today at seeing some showers around the Atlanta airport, and as these systems move across the country, there'll be some rain showers moving into down east Maine by the weekend, and another low pressure area moving into California producing more rain showers there. By the way, long-term extended range forecasts for Inauguration Day showing showers and maybe even a thunderstorm or two in the vicinity. And it's really kind of early to tell because it's so far out, but it looks like Inauguration Day itself should be nice, kind of sandwiched between two weather systems, one moving in the day before, one moving in the day after. And so we'll keep you posted and let you know how that progresses. High pressure, the dominant feature for us for the next several days, brings us an even warmer day today, only fair weather clouds and rising humidity over the next several days, probably to the upper 50s dew point values by the time we get to the end of the week. It's not impossible that we could see an isolated shower build over the next several days, mostly in inland areas, but I don't think a lot of rain is in our forecast. In fact, I don't even have it in a daily forecast. And the only showers I think we're likely to get will be inland and very isolated. Northeast wind comes in at about 5 knots today. Beautiful day for boating. Seas will be down to a light chop on 2-foot seas and a light chop. And the forecast calls for warming trend continuing tomorrow, getting us up into the upper 70s, pretty close to the 80 mark. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways. Things are, you see 301 headed southbound as you approach State Road 70 in Manatee County. Looks like a little more volume than normal. And also on the Green Bridge, there is some traffic there, more so than the DeSoto Bridge. So if you're going to make a choice between the bridges right now, DeSoto might be the best bet as you head into downtown Bradenton for work. Otherwise, things are looking normal. Sarasota County is less voluminous at this point with no issues or delays anywhere throughout the county. Now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
A former U.S. Senator had to find another way home after he was escorted off a plane at a Florida airport. We'll show you why coming up next.
Good morning. We're at the Publix Aprons Cooking School with Chef Bob. What's on the menu today, Bob?
Well, this is one of our simple meals dishes, Judy, and we're going to do pork tenderloin seared off in medallions with a nice Asian apricot sauce served with some rice.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, what could be bad, right? Over here, we have pork tenderloin that I sliced up. Now, this is a sriracha blend seasoning, all right?
Ooh, so it's going to have that kick.
It's going to have that kick to it. So what we're going to do is just put as much on as you want.
Okay.
And now I seared to one side. We'll turn these over, and this is a really easy dish. What you want to do is, we're going to finish the pork right in this dish. But what we want to put in here is a little bit of sesame oil.
Oh, okay? Yeah, I love the aroma.
Yeah, you can't do too much or else it goes too far. A little bit of peanut oil. And then we are going to take some rice wine vinegar. And all you do is you reduce that down
Okay.
You reduce that down till the vinegar's almost gone by half. And we put some lime juice in there too. Fresh limes,
And I like
by the
that
way,
tip
everybody.
about using the tongs to squeeze that lime.
You can open beer with them too. It's pretty cool. And then what we do here, yeah, right, chefs. Then what we do is we add a little apricot glaze.
Oh yeah, you're bringing it.
Yeah, you cook that down a little bit with a little cilantro. You cook this up. We serve this with some nice rice, a little dried apricots on top. And it's a really, really nice dish for January. It should be pretty cool.
And could somebody substitute something like salmon or turkey tenderloin if they wanted?
Yeah, they could do turkey tenderloin unless they're sick of it by now, you know,
That's
after all the time. But yeah, salmon or anything would be great with this. It's a really nice Asian flavored dish.
I think you have really performed on this dish, and I like the idea that we can do different types of rice. Buy something simple, use white rice or coconut rice, and we have a complete dish. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk. Pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this delicious dish. Bob, you've done it yet again.
Oh my goodness.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
We consider the first 60 minutes the golden hour, the time that we can do the most to affect how a patient's going to do. I think what motivates all of us is that at the other end of it, we see them, smiling and happy and going back to their families. That's our greatest satisfaction. Sarasota Memorial Hospital is just an amazing place to take care of people.
Start the year off right with a great deal during the Start Something New event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come drive the most awarded SUV of all time, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, or shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Stop by today and drive away in a new Jeep Compass for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Welcome back. It is 6:25. A former U.S. Senator was ejected from a JetBlue flight in Florida after an angry outburst.
Al D'Amato and ABC's Gio Benitez has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new video of a former senator trying to lead a rebellion on a plane.
Stand up for what's right and walk out with me.
Frustrated after a 7-hour delay.
We can still speak in this country.
Here's what happened. Passengers sitting in the front refused captain's orders to move to the back of the plane to balance out the weight. Former Senator Al D'Amato took matters into his own hands and went up to speak with the passengers himself, then demanded the captain force them to shift seats. That's when he got in trouble and got kicked off the flight. The incident is reminiscent of that famous line in the movie Network.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
And we'll have more on this runway rebellion coming up at 7 a.m. when we hear from Senator D'Amato. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Stand up for what's right.
From the farming minds at Ocean Spray, a new epic flavor. It's cranberry, it's pineapple, and there's no sugar added. Cranberry pineapple 100% juice, the next big thing to hit the juice aisle.
I was out here smoking instead of being there for my son's winning shot. That was it for me. That's why I'm quitting with Nicorette.
Only Nicorette Mini has a patented fast-dissolving formula. It starts to relieve sudden cravings fast.
Every great why needs a great how.
Only one life to live, you're never gonna get it back. Let's go.
Get 30% off every guest in the Caribbean and start wandering now. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
A heart attack doesn't care what you eat or how healthy you look. No matter who you are, a heart attack can happen without warning. A Bayer aspirin regimen can help prevent another heart attack. Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen. Bayer aspirin.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
It's time to go boating, but first, don't miss the 16th annual Charlotte County Boat Show, January 12th to the 15th at the Charlotte County Fairgrounds. Show admission is free and on-site parking is only $5. January 12th to the 15th. Visit GoBoatingFlorida.com for more information.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory. It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing. Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Ford Florida Homes.
By Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the manhunt continues in Orlando for a suspect police say shot and killed a police sergeant.
Plus, narrowly escaping death. A witness caught in the gunfire at Fort Lauderdale Airport last week says his laptop saved his life.
And snack cake recall. A favorite holiday treat could be tainted with bad bacteria. what you need to know before eating your next Twinkie.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us at 6:31 this morning. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi, and the Twinkie Munch has been canceled for this afternoon.
Oh,
Good morning.
that's so sad. I didn't know bacteria could live in Twinkies.
I didn't know anything. I thought they could. I thought Twinkies and cockroaches would make it through a nuclear holocaust.
Exactly.
That's what we were told, right?
I love Twinkies. I gotta say, yeah,
I like
good stuff.
I like the what are the brown ones called? Little Debbie.
Devil dogs.
The little Debbie.
They look
cupcake
they
things.
look like Twinkies, but
with
they're
the frosting
brown.
in the center.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I like
what's
those
not
ones.
to like?
Yeah, all of those things are great.
I know.
Not so great for us.
Okay,
but
now I'm hungry.
the show's almost over. We can get food soon.
I'm ready. A little bit of cloud cover in the forecast for you this morning, but the cloud cover gives way to sunshine and mild temperatures. Temperatures right now in the mid-50s. We'll probably see temperatures climb into the mid to upper 70s before it's all said and done. We were having a debate. Is that too warm or too cold for air conditioning? Or is it just right, as Goldilocks would say? Nah, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's what it'll be.
It's the medium divide right there. And taking a look at the Suncoast roadways in Manatee County, 301 now northbound as you approach State Road 70 is a little more backed up than normal. And everything else, you see State Road 70 heading westbound as you approach 75. It's also somewhat backed up. Otherwise, everything's moving along nicely. In Sarasota County, it's 41 as you approach the 301 connector there, right at Sarasota Ford at the Y. There, it's backed up like normal, but a little more than normal maybe. And otherwise, everything in Sarasota County is moving along nicely. Topping our news this half hour, as the search continues this morning for the suspect who fatally shot an Orlando police sergeant, the department is now increasing the reward for information that leads to an arrest.
Orlando Police Chief John Mina says the reward is now being brought up from $60,000 to $100,000. They're searching for 41-year-old Markeith Lloyd, who allegedly shot and killed Master Sergeant Deborah Clayton in a Walmart parking lot on Monday. Officers are also issuing arrest warrants for those who may be helping Lloyd elude police. Authorities say they have received 300 tips from the public so far.
Meanwhile, over 100 people gathered in Orlando last night to hold a candlelight vigil for Sergeant Clayton, a mother of two. The vigil was held in the Walmart parking lot where she was killed. City officials say her work in the city will create a lasting impact that will continue on.
So what I see tonight happening is just what Deborah envisioned, was communities and people of all ethnicities, of all sexualities, of all faiths coming together to build a better community. The work continues. Deborah's legacy will not die.
Clayton served with the Orlando Police Department for 17 years and, as I said, was a mother.
And during the search for Lloyd, another law enforcement official also lost his life in Orlando on Monday. Former Charlotte County resident and Orange County Sheriff's Deputy Norman Lewis was killed in a motorcycle crash while searching for Lloyd. Lewis attended Port Charlotte High School, and his parents do still live in the area. Now, neighbors I talked to say Lewis, who was also called Big Norm, was still a part of the community.
It's really sad for the community, and it's sad for our nation and everything that something like this happens, that somebody so good is taken when the person that's responsible for this is not, and you can't even find him.
Officials say the search for Lloyd has now been expanded beyond the state of Florida, and they're doing everything they can to catch him.
The deputy assigned to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport has been suspended as part of an investigation to leaked surveillance video from last week's fatal shooting there. The Broward Sheriff's Office informed Deputy Michael Dingman in a letter Tuesday that he was being suspended with pay. The video recording posted on TMZ's website appears to show Esteban Santiago walking through the airport's baggage claim area, pulling a gun from his waistband and then firing several times. Santiago is accused of killing 5 travelers and wounding 6 others. And an Atlanta man who once lived in South Florida credits his laptop for saving his life during last week's shooting at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. Steve Frappier says he was just feet away from the alleged gunman, Santiago, as he began shooting. Trappier and managed to get out of the way of the gunfire, but once the scene was cleared, he noticed a bullet hole in his backpack and computer.
There's a hole in the side of it. And I'm like, that thump wasn't the luggage, it was a bullet.
He turned his laptop over to the FBI. The bullet was found inside his laptop bag.
And despite all that was bad at the Fort Lauderdale airport, a heartwarming reunion did happen at the airport on Tuesday. A 10-year-old girl lost her teddy bear Rufus in the chaos during the shooting on Friday. Her mother made a plea on social media for help to find her beloved bear. Word spread and airport officials did find the bear among the thousands of items abandoned by travelers during the shooting. The airport then tweeted they had found Rufus and gave him back to the girl. A formal sentence will be imposed on mass shooter Dylan Roof this morning. This after being convicted of killing parishioners at a Charleston church. He is headed to death row now. Many of the victims' families feeling vindicated after a federal jury returned its sentence for Roof with the death penalty. Now, the convicted murderer did act as his own attorney in the sentencing phase. Back in June of 2015, Roof walked into a Bible study at Emmanuel AME Church in South Carolina, killing 9 African-American churchgoers. The decision did have to be unanimous, but it only took the jury 3 hours to decide on the death penalty for Dylan Roof.
Volkswagen negotiating a settlement with the U.S. Justice Department. It would require the car maker to pay $4.3 billion and plead guilty to cheating on emissions tests. The agreement also requires Volkswagen to appoint an independent monitor over its operations for 3 years. The settlement would end federal criminal and civil cases stemming from the company's diesel emission scandal. The new payout is in addition to the $14.7 billion the automaker agreed to pay last June. That money went to affected customers as well as a fund for environmental cleanup. Volkswagen management and U.S. courts must approve the deal before the case can be settled.
The IRS is delaying tax refunds for more than 40 million low-income families as the agency steps up efforts to fight identity theft. The delays will affect families claiming the earned income tax credit in the additional child tax credit. The tax breaks are geared to benefit the working poor. Now, the IRS Commissioner John Koskinen says the agency is sensitive to the fact that many of these taxpayers need their refunds to pay bills or settle debts. But he noted a new federal law requires the IRS to delay the refunds in an effort to fight fraud. Florida Governor Rick Scott is renewing his push to eliminate sales taxes charged on college textbooks. Scott said yesterday he would ask state legislators to enact proposals aimed at helping students graduate from college within 4 years. Legislators will consider the proposals during their session that starts in March. Scott has been firm about blocking tuition hikes at the state's public universities, but he also says he wants to freeze other fees charged to students, and he wants to cap tuition charged at Florida's 28 state colleges.
And Hostess recalling some of its holiday white peppermint Twinkies over possible salmonella contamination. It comes after Blommer Chocolate Company, which makes the white candy coating on the Twinkies, revealed the coating might contain milk powder contaminated with the bacteria. The recall is voluntary. No one has reported getting sick. The recall applies to white peppermint Hostess Twinkies sold in multi-pack boxes with 9 individually wrapped cakes in a box. Customers can return them to the store they bought them in for a full refund.
Well, hashtags, emojis, and even a rubber duck may soon replace dogs, cats, and hats in an upcoming version of the ever-popular Monopoly board game. Hasbro began a worldwide contest yesterday to let people choose the 8 different tokens that will be included in the next generation of Monopoly. Longtime staples of the game include the hat, the Scotty dog, which is my favorite, the wheelbarrow, and also the wheelbarrow could see themselves being replaced by the winking emoji. A hashtag is also on the list, a clunky 80s style cell phone, or a pair of bunny slippers. Voting runs through January 31st.
80s style cell phone. They didn't have cell phones in the 80s. I don't even think they had car phones. But they were
you needed the little wheelbarrow to carry them. That's
Exactly.
Yeah, they used to. I think the first one that came out was like called the Brick. It was like that big, big, like you only saw FBI agents using them, in the movies.
Remember the 60 Minutes piece that they did on the first cell phone? It was a phone call from I think it was downtown New York City.
Oh, wow.
That thing was huge. You're right. I mean, it was huge. Nice weather shaping up for us today. Forecast after the break.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 5th Annual Sarasota Fine Art Festival. Saturday and Sunday, January 14th and 15th on Main Street between Osprey and Orange Avenues in downtown Sarasota. Bring your love and appreciation of art to the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at temperatures across the region, which are mild indeed at 56 degrees, in part because the dew points are higher at 53. We had dew points in the 20s and 30s just a couple days ago, and so consequently it feels, I think, kind of nice to get a little bit more moisture in the air. 40s and 50s, everybody would agree, feels good. You get up into the 70s with dew points, and most people would say that feels a little humid. Some people love it, but most people would say that feels a little humid. We're not there. East wind coming in at about 9, a few fair weather clouds giving way to lots of sunshine today. Temperatures generally in the mid-50s most everywhere you look. We'll see those temperatures climb nicely today, especially after we get rid of some of the cloud cover that's around. We got rid of most of it already, and I think as we head into the afternoon, with mid-morning even, with a little daytime heating, a lot of the east or west coast cloud cover that has been caused by east coast clouds traveling across the peninsula will mix away, erode away, and we'll be left with a lot of sunshine. Mostly sunny day in store for us. High pressure remains our dominant weather feature. It's keeping the rain showers well to our north. The Atlantic Atlanta Airport and areas to the north of it may see some storms around. Most of the heavy stuff will be north of Atlanta, but there could be airport delays today because of an isolated pocket of stronger storms near the Atlanta airport. Yeah, call ahead if you're concerned. I don't think it'll be a big issue with the Atlanta airport, but there are showers in the vicinity. The frontal boundary itself is attached to a low, producing some snow showers in Canada and upstate New York, back into down east Maine, and travels off to the north and to the east. We'll never know it exists. Two other low-pressure areas back to the west, producing snows in the Rockies and more rain in California, also travel to the north and really don't bother us. We don't get any cold fronts moving through here with those storms. High pressure remains the dominant feature right straight through into the weekend, providing a warmer day today. Only fair weather clouds around. Maybe an isolated inland shower, but that would be about it. And rising humidity due to that easterly wind flow, which will carry on for the next several days. The RPM computer model shows the effect of that easterly wind flow, with a few clouds being thrown back in this direction and maybe a shower or two in inland areas. But by the time those showers make it to our coast, they will have died out. So I'm not expecting to see too much in the way of any kind of rainfall around here. As far as the forecast for us goes, well, a few scattered showers in the southern tip of the state, a few scattered showers over on the east coast, lots of sunshine for us. What you see here, false echo. We're looking at temperatures that generally stay flat as we have pretty much a zonal flow, meaning west to east without much southern dive. So the cold air really moves to the east, a little bit to the south, but not to the state of Florida. So that's good news. Forecast for boaters is better today. Winds have subsided. Northeast at about 5 knots will bring you a light chop with 2-foot seas. And the forecast for the rest of the week, the warming trend continues, taking us to near 80 degrees tomorrow, and nighttime lows will be near 60. Back to you.
All right, taking a look at traffic. Things are, well, you see more volume here, looking 41 southbound just coming across the DeSoto Bridge. More volume than normal right now, and also on State Road 70 approaching 75 heading eastbound, and that's in Manatee County and Sarasota County. Same deal there with the confluence of 41 and 301 in Sarasota. It's more backed up going through downtown Sarasota by the police station and the courts. And one accident to speak of, our first accident in the morning, River Road at Venice Avenue. There is an accident, doesn't seem to be causing a huge delay right now, but keep your eye on it and we'll keep you posted.
All right, I know I have trouble remembering things all the time because I have so much going on, but a new study says when you're struggling to recall something from your memory and are having trouble, it may just mean your mind is asleep.
Study just published reverses previous thinking about memory. Until now, psychologists thought that short-term memory evaporates when you stop thinking about something, while long-term memory permanently rewires neural connections. This new research reveals a neural signature for a third type of memory. It's called behind-the-scenes thoughts that are warehoused in the brain. This type of memory is evident when there's a certain word you're trying to think of that's at the tip of your tongue. Yes, that happens often.
Story of my life, yeah. Literally. Well, who says you can't open for Bon Jovi? Hey, go for it.
Yeah,
you can.
New Jersey-based platinum-selling rockers are holding a contest to choose bands or singers to open for their upcoming tour. Artists will upload videos of themselves performing original music, and concert promoters Live Nation will select 10 finalists. Bon Jovi management will then pick winners from the finalists to perform 20-minute sets. The band will begin its tour February 8th in Greenville, South Carolina. Now, John Bon Jovi says his fledgling band was given the opportunity to open for huge headliners, and he wants to pay it forward.
Well, the force is strong in Los Angeles. Of course, George Lucas and his team has chosen the city for a new museum that will feature movie memorabilia and Lucas's art collections. It will have everything from Norman Rockwell paintings to the original Darth Vader mask. It will be built in Exposition Park, and Lucas is financing the project all by himself.
Happening today, Mote Marine Laboratory hosting a screening for the first episode of a new TV series, Mythbusters: The Search. It focuses on pros in the field that compete at debunking popular myths. Mote staff scientist Dr. Tracy Fanara is featured in the episode and will be at the screening tonight for a Q&A session. The event starts at 6:30 and it's free to the public.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, and Bon Jovi, you know, Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen, New Jersey rockers, they always seem to be very people oriented,
Right.
like they get amongst the masses and they feel like they are one of the masses.
Right, and a great way to find some new talent as well.
Exactly.
All right, well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
An elaborate effort to rescue a dog from a snowy cliff in Utah. We'll show you how the dog made it home coming up.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to MySuncoast.com/dining.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman are the victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Well, it is 6:54. Here's a look at what you need to know before you head out the door. An 83-year-old man is facing murder charges after opening fire on a car with 3 people inside. Eugene Matthews shot at the people when they came to his home to pick up a dog. The battle over whether to take sand from Stump Pass to renourish Lido Beach is still causing controversy. Siesta Beach residents are now opposed. Plus, the Suncoast has ranked 10th in the most dangerous places for pedestrians in a recent study.
All right, taking a look at traffic. You see both directions of 301 just north of State Road 70 are pretty voluminous right now, and also as you approach the DeSoto Bridge heading northbound into Palmetto, and otherwise everything's pretty normal. No accidents or delays in Manatee County. Sarasota County is moving along. The one accident in all of the Suncoast, River Road and Venice Avenue. John?
Yeah, pretty nice weather today. Daytime highs will top out in the mid to upper 70s in inland areas, I think. A lot of sunshine around. Only some fair weather clouds. Maybe clouds will be on the increase as we head into the weekend.
Thank you, John. A search and rescue team hiked up a steep, snowy Utah mountain in an attempt to rescue a dog that was stuck on a narrow ledge above a 50-foot cliff. A member of the team rappelled down to try to lure the dog named Mary with food, but it didn't work because she became skittish every time he got close. They called off the rescue at nightfall. The saga had a happy ending on Saturday when her owners called to say Mary made it down the mountain alone somehow. She had cuts to her paws, and I'm sure it was a little dehydrated, but for most of the part was okay.
Yeah, they left the dog food though, and it was going to be warmer that night, so they just didn't abandon it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
But you made it down.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool stuff.
Coming up next, Good Morning America. Have a great morning, everybody.